Okay, where were we still?
So, jetzt ist es Herbst in Deutschland. Das ist sehr traurig. Jetzt ist es
Ja.
kalt und es regnet viel.
Wow. It's not fall yet, according to the calendar.
Ja. Ja. Aber die Blätter fallen schon von den Bäumen.
I don't know what that means.
Die Blätter. Okay, so I'm already sharing, right? Yeah. Okay.
Record. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Die,
Got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
die
Blätter.
Blätter fallen schon von den Bäumen.
Point. Oh, leaves. Leaves
Oh, the leaves are falling from the tree.
from the trees. Right. Bäumen. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Der Baum, die Bäume.
Yeah.
And then the question is von wo? So it's dativ. Von den Bäumen. Since it's plural, die Bäume changes to den Bäumen.
Nicht von den Bergen, right? Not from the
Nicht von
mountain.
den Bergen, nein. Nein. Alright. Also. Wir haben
Oh, so Bäume, what's the plural for trees then? Bäume? Is it Bäume or Bäume?
Yeah, die
Oh,
Bäume.
oh, and so the N is because it's dative. Okay,
Yeah.
Bäumen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Gläser. Stell die Gläser auf Tisch.
Okay.
Alright.
So-
So, again, the question. Wo oder wohin? Und ist Tisch maskulin, feminin oder neutral?
So it's wohin. And Tisch is der.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be, this is place the glasses, is the Gläser, is that
Yep.
plural for glass? Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Stell die Gläser auf den Tisch.
Okay. Sehr gut. And you already translated it. Place the glasses on the Tisch.
Oh, we're going to go through all of these first again and get the
Well,
the
depends
vo
on,
and vo wohin.
depends on what you want to
Okay.
do. We can go one by one.
Okay.
Unless you want to just answer it straight out, but then you better make sure that it's correct.
Uh, okay. Okay, Juanita. Die nächste
I'm
Übung.
I'm thinking.
Die nächste Übung.
Die Schuhe stehen unter. Um, dem Sofa.
Okay. Unter dem Sofa.
So was this vo or vohin? Was it, what was the,
Oh,
Well,
Just
if
to make
she
sure I
knows
got-
it,
no, you
if she,
wanted that too.
no, I
Yeah.
don't. I just want to make sure
You
you know
don't, I
it's,
know.
I just want to make sure you know it's dame. And that
Mhm.
yeah. This sofa is neuter, das sofa.
that's so
Just
far.
want to make sure I've got that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm mostly concerned about the um, gender,
Article.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So der Bus hält vor. So I think this is hält is stops. Is that right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So this would be wohin. I think. And das Rathaus. So I think this is der Bus. I think this is going to be wohin because it's stopping, but
Is
versus
stop-
at.
Is stopping an action where you go somewhere?
Well, yeah, to me it is, but I don't know. It's not stopped, it's stopping.
Well, the question is, since the bus stops and there is
Mhm.
your townhouse,
Mhm.
would you ask where does the bus stop or where to does the bus stop?
Now, to me, this is where to. It's stopping at the. So this is like you're on the bus and you want to know where does it stop, but it's not stopped. It's not. I don't. I don't know.
Well, if you don't know,
It
that's
sounded
a,
easy.
that's a
It
first.
sounded easy.
Okay, Juanita, was sagst du? Ist es wo hält der Bus oder wohin hält der Bus?
I'm gonna say it's Vo.
I think it's Bohin, but that's it is Bob. Okay.
Because it's
All right.
before. It's stopping, it stops before the Rathaus.
Okay,
Rat,
not before, but in
In
front.
front of.
In front
in
of.
front of, okay.
Yeah. So that so
So,
that's that answers the where does it stop? It would be where to does it go, but where does it stop?
Okay.
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 So Dame Rathaus.
Yep.
Right. Okay. The bus
Oh.
stops in front of the townhouse. Is that
Townhouse? Yeah.
okay? All right.
All right, so Maria sits behind her desk.
Mhm.
So that is a position. So
Very
this
good.
would be low,
Okay.
and that makes it um Schreibtisch. I'm gonna say Ihrem,
Very good.
Ihrem.
Very
Okay.
good. Maria sitzt hinter ihrem Schreibtisch. Since it's
Okay.
already defined that it's where she sits. Okay, where does Maria sit? She sits behind her desk. And it's der Schreibtisch.
So du stehst neben. So this should be wo.
Wo?
I'm interpreting stehst as stand.
Yes.
Okay. Du stehst neben, and that would be mir, a
Okay.
dative.
Very good.
You stand next to me.
You're standing next to me.
Right.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay. Sie nimmt das Buch in. Phew. Sie nimmt das Buch. All right, so what are they saying here? Nimmt is take.
Yes,
Okay. So she takes the book in her hand. Is that what they're trying to say here? Or in.
that's right.
Uh,
So basically she picks up the
Okay.
book with her hands.
okay. So that's an action. So it's
It's an
wohin.
action, so it's wohin.
Okay. And then um Buch hand. Hand. I'm gonna say der. D-E-R? No?
D-E-R. If it's wohin,
Wohin, yeah.
so the question is Hand der, die oder das?
I thought it was das. No?
I think D,
Okay.
D hunt.
I'm wrong everything on this one. Okay. D.
Or am
So
I
that
wrong
would
too?
be, it would still be D then, right? It wouldn't change.
Die
Okay.
nimmt das Buch in die Hand. She takes the book into her hands.
Okay.
Into her hand. Similar.
Phew, okay.
Okay. I don't remember what die Stiefel. What is, was bedeutet Stiefel?
Die Stiefel, the boots, plural.
Oh. Okay. Boots. Okay, not das Boot.
Not das Boot, no. Nicht das Boot, nein.
Okay.
All right. So this is she places the boots in front of the door. So this is wohin.
Okay.
That was for me. Wohin. And so detour would be detour.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Ooh. Sie will über Straße gehen. Über. So this is an action. So it's wohin. Sie, and I think it's D. Is it D Straße?
Yes.
So that would be D. It doesn't change. Die Straße gehen.
Okay.
So Uber here is literally on, but it really is translated as takes the street. Is will go on. Is that what that means in
Well,
this case? She wants to cross. Okay. Okay.
so we have we got a street. Okay.
Mhm.
So this whole thing here is the street.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if she wants to go on the street, It would be, sie will auf der Straße gehen, which means she's going
Okay.
right here.
Mm.
Okay. But she will über die Straße gehen means she starts out here, she
Okay.
crosses it, and she moves to the other side.
So should it be auf die Straße or auf der Straße? Auf der Straße. When
If
you
it
say
is-
auf or.
If it is this one here,
Mhm.
okay, this would be auf der Straße. Why? Because where is she walking? She's walking on the street.
On the street.
Okay.
While
Not to the street, on the street.
on
Yeah,
the street,
okay.
literally on the pavement. Okay. Now
Okay.
on the other
Mhm.
arrow, what is she doing? There's an action where she is crossing the street. So here it is the where, even though the action is the walking, but the question is where is she walking? Well, she's walking on the street. So here, what is she doing? Well, she's crossing the street, which means she starts out on one end, moves to the other end, which makes it a verb of action,
Okay.
since
Okay.
she crosses it and moves from one side to the other.
You can think of it like going over the street
You're going
for
over the
Uber.
street. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
walking across it. Yeah. So.
Okay. Okay. Well, I remember Uber in one of my examples a year ago, and I remember there was a difference between Uber and Alf on streets. And
Yep.
Yeah.
so if you were, let's say you were at if you were on the street, but you were just there, would that be in der Straße? If you were,
No.
not you, but say a thing on the street, there's a.
Okay. So the street is not the pavement.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the street
I saw that.
the street moves, or the street
Okay.
goes from one end, wherever it starts, to the
Okay.
other end, wherever it ends, however many blocks it is. So the houses are in the street.
Huh,
Okay.
okay.
Wo wohnen Sie? Ich wohne in der Breslauer Straße. Which means I live inside this stretch of land, which is considered
Okay.
a street,
Okay. Okay.
even though we call the pavement a street, it is not the street.
So payment is I just had this word last week. Can't remember. I'm not even close, am I?
Well, der Asphalt
Okay.
is your pavement.
Okay.
Okay.
But there was one that started with a G. Oh well. So a
Okay.
street, really, a Straße
Then we
really
have
means a
der
route.
Gehweg, which is your
was it.
pedestrian walk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's a poor flashcard then, because it said pavement.
No, the Gehweg is a pedestrian walk. Okay. So let's see.
But that's still different from a Straße.
Yeah. Eine
So a
Straße.
Straße is really is a route, is the way to think of a way to get. Okay.
Or is it
Okay,
just for
let's see what the
autos?
image is. Okay. So as you see this image here,
Mhm.
if she walks on the pavement, sie geht auf der Straße. But Straße is both sides, which means the buildings and all the stretch all the way to the horizon. The right side and the
okay.
left side. Okay. Everything here is considered Straße. So das Gebäude oder dieser Laden, Stitch,
Buildings.
whatever that is, Stitch und Metro PCS sind in der Straße, which means they're in this whole area of urbanization called
yeah.
a street. Okay. So die Autos parken auf der Straße. So they're parking on the streets. Where do they park? They park on the streets. Der Bus, because that looks like a bus back here. Der Bus fährt auf der Straße. So he's driving on the street. Why? Because now we're talking about the pavement. Diese Frau hier links geht auf dem Gehweg. Where does she walk? She walks on the sidewalk, auf dem Gehweg. Now, if she crosses here, dann sie geht über die Straße. Why? Because she's going from the left side to the right side. So she's crossing this street. So she's crossing the pavement, even though she still remains in the same street, which could be, I don't know, 27th Street in New York City, or wherever this is. They got license plates in the front, so that could be New York. Because not all states have license plates in the front, only in the back. In Germany, you need to have license plates in the front, because that's where they take a picture of you and send you your ticket.
Very, very efficient, right? Yeah. That's the one thing they get right? That's
Oh, they are amazingly efficient. Yes. Okay. So you gotta be able to differentiate. When you're talking about a street, are you just talking about this stretch of pavement? Or are you talking
Okay.
about the whole urban unit called a street?
Okay.
Okay. And when there's a streetcar here, what do you call it? Streetcar.
Straßenbahn.
Streetcar called Desire. Isn't that the?
Yes. I think that was actually before all of our times. That was
Yes.
All right.
Ah,
Okay. So that's why
Whew.
she wants to cross the street, which means she wants to cross the stretch of pavement.
okay.
Okay. So now the question is
Yes.
about living.
This one mine or
No,
yours, Juanita?
I don't know. I probably won't get it right anyway. Lips.
Wait a minute. Wait. What did you just say?
Nothing.
Yeah, I better not have heard that.
Okay, so I know yesterday we talked about this, and I can't remember if it's die Stadt or der, or is it?
So the first thing
Still
is,
in der?
wo oder wohin?
Oh, okay. So this would be a wohin, right? A position. You're either in the city or the country.
Okay, if it's position.
Or wait a minute, you're living, so that's a doing, right?
The
What is the
question
question?
is it a where or is it a where to?
It's a where.
Okay. So is statt der die oder das?
Well, that's what I don't remember. And I know we discussed it yesterday. Because you said this is always, Michael, do you remember?
Die Stadt.
D? Okay.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say at first, but then for some reason that didn't sound right. Okay.
And what is
So-
Land?
Das.
Das. Okay.
So if we're doing wo, die stays the same. Die Stadt. Liebst du in?
Can you see Michael's image
Oh wait,
on your screen?
She's looking at
I
her
was looking
page.
at the wrong. I was looking at the wrong table. That was my fault. D goes to der. I was looking at wohin and not wo on my
Yeah.
Ubang 1 and Ubang 2.
Hmm.
So yeah, sorry. Der Stadt and Dame Land.
Fun.
Okay.
Okay, übersetzen.
Whew.
Oh, what is
Do
it?
you
What
live
does it
in the
mean?
city?
Setzen. Do
No,
you live in the
I-
city? No,
no, I live in the country.
in the country.
In the country, yeah.
All right.
Die Schweiz.
So now, same thing. Ergänzen Sie die Endungen.
Ergänzen. 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 Complete.
Complete.
Oh, wow. From ganz.
From ganz, right? Make it ganz, make it whole.
Endungen. That one. I'm just from context. That's an exercise but I'm not. Complete ending. Oh. Huh. That was even easier. And Endungen. Endungen. Endung. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Der Brief. So I think this is a vo. I would say was steht in dem Brief.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. So the dog is under the table. So um I'm gonna say Dame. Der Hund sitzt unter dem Tisch.
Okay.
The dog sits under the table.
Right. But Michael has not translated.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, I missed. Okay. Was steht? Well, I'm not sure what that means. What is in the what is in the letter?
What is written in the letter?
Okay.
Okay. So my daughter Stephanie wants to know, what meeting do I have on a daily base at 11 a.m.? Because she's got my other laptop. And so now she sees that I have a meeting. So when I went on Zoom, my meeting popped up and her meeting popped up on my laptop here. It says, your black laptop is having a meeting parallel to yours. All right, so what's written in the
Uh.
letter? Or what does the letter say? And
Okay.
the dog sits underneath the table.
Hmm.
Okay, so next one.
Okay. Take tra. Hmm. Take tragen.
Tragen,
Sie
yeah.
trägt- Oh, I'm thinking takes, but that's not she. No. What is tragen? Tragen.
To carry.
Oh, okay. She carries the dog in front of the door. Or to the door. Boy.
Exactly.
All right, so you're in the
Well,
house, okay?
right?
And your dog is sick. And your dog is about to regurgitate because you can hear it. He goes, oh,
Okay.
So what do? You pick him up and you open the door and you place him in front of the door outside.
Okay.
In other words, you're kicking the dog out of the house.
So I think that's a wohin. That would be sie trägt den Hund vor die Tür,
Okay,
or would it
very
be
good.
places?
That's where it is.
Okay.
Yeah, what is she doing? She's carrying the dog. Where's she placing him? Well, outside.
So one would say in English, she carries the dog outside the door is kind of the same.
Well, you wouldn't say outside the door because basically what
Okay.
she's saying is she's just placing the dog outside. Well, obviously you're going to put it
Okay.
out the door, not out the window.
Okay.
Okay. So when the waiter gets upset at you, ich setze dich vor die Tür. Okay. What does that mean?
He puts us at a bad table. Or is that, oh, I'm going? Oh,
Kick you
for,
out the door.
so that's an idiom, I guess, and was kind of what that, okay. For,
It's an idiom, yes. So there used to be this very important movie about some Stone Age people. His name was Fred, her name was Vilma,
mhm,
and then you had the dinosaur.
Mhm.
yes,
What did
yes.
what did the dino do to Fred?
Well, Fred put the dinosaur out and then the dinosaur put Fred out. I
Put
still
him out.
remember that.
Okay. And
Yes.
so he sat them right in front of
Yep.
the door.
The
So
door.
basically it's what it's saying. I'm kicking you out of the house. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still remember that, huh? It's
That's amazing. I can still visualize it.
yes.
Meet
And
the
you also hear the
Flintstones.
song that goes along with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that at the end? Is that when he did that? I was trying to remember. I think
Yeah,
that
it's
was at the closing
yeah,
credits.
The
it's a closing,
closing.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
closing credits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they were going to bed.
Okay. But now with
Oh,
this image in mind,
Yeah.
it helps you understand what the German talks about. Er
Yeah.
setzt dich vor die Tür.
mhm,
Because literally, the dino sat Fred.
mhm.
Absolutely. No, you're right.
And then
And
what did
slam the
Fred
door.
do? And then he
Right.
knocks at the door. Vilma!
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, yes.
So now we got a new one. And
Yes.
right here, we have the
Mhm.
line right next to auf,
Yes.
which means it's a contraction,
Oh,
okay?
Yes. Um. Paul mochte morgen auf. Is it Elfen? E-N? Or E or ooh,
All right, so
what
first
am
of
I
all,
trying
we
to
gotta
say?
figure out Land,
Yeah.
okay? Is it der, die oder das Land?
No, we just had that one. Um, das.
Das Land, okay?
Das. Okay.
Then the next thing is it wo or is it wohin?
Okay. So this is an action,
This is an action,
right? Because he's driving.
'cause he's
So
driving.
it is wohin.
It's wohin.
Yes. So
Hmm.
um what do you put? I don't understand what you put. Auf.
Okay, so the
Auf?
first thing we're
Oh,
gonna
so you have
ask,
the S.
okay, so the first thing we're gonna ask is, what's the article that you're gonna put there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, since it is accusative,
Uh-huh.
in the accusative, the neutral
das.
doesn't change.
Right.
Okay, so you would put auf das Land, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we're gonna
Yes.
contract it. So
Ah,
auf das, we're gonna contract it,
so you
and
just
now
say
we're
the
just gonna
S.
say
Ah, okay.
aufs Land.
Aufs Land. Okay. So Paul would like to drive to the country tomorrow.
Paul would like to go to the countryside. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether he wants to drive or whether he wants to go some other way.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
far
basically you
is
just
Not,
say,
traveling
not,
somehow.
not walk, not walk though, probably not
No.
walk. That would be
not walk,
capable.
not walk. But he wants to go into the
Okay.
countryside tomorrow.
Okay.
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 Okay. Setz dich bitte neben den. So this is, I got another interesting one here. Bo, or seat yourself next to your uncle. So I'm thinking this is
Right.
Bohin, but
That's right. It's wohin.
I could,
Because
okay.
Okay.
because it would be sitzen if it is to sit, wo, but this
Oh,
is setzen, which means it's the
Ah,
action of sitting someone
action.
down.
so that's
So please sit
action.
beside your uncle.
Okay.
And so now, which means we have to do the same as before. Gotta figure out, is it der, die
Okay.
oder das Onkel?
Der Onkel.
Der Onkel.
Mm-hmm.
So now you
And
gotta know
so
what the ending is for
deinen,
accusative.
deinen, en,
Deinen. Okay.
dein, den Uncle, or deinen,
Deinen
oder.
Onkel.
Deinen.
Yeah.
Deinen.
So you're using
Okay.
the en from den Onkel.
Okay.
So there then goes to den, and you use the en from the den as the ending for your possessive pronoun.
Ah, the next one sits. Ah.
Right. Yeah. So Maria sits zwischen Peter und mir.
All right, very good.
Wow.
But don't tell me how I came to that. That's just what looks right in German.
Yes.
Be confident. That'll get you a long way.
Like, okay, that fits.
All right. So we said you do 90% unconscious, or up to 95% and 5% conscious. And then once you worked this conscious part for a while, then it becomes part of your unconscious. And then you simply know, but you don't know why you know. Well, because now you're so familiar with hearing it so many times, that
Mhm.
now it goes down to the unconscious, and then you simply know it. So, Maria sitzt zwischen Peter und mir.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a tricky one. This is monat, so this is a time.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
will in einem Monat ist der. Is it der, das? Oh, gosh.
You already said it.
Okay. Will in einem Monat nach Rom reisen. He wants to go to Rome in a month or travel to Rome in a month.
That's right.
Okay.
Berge, we know that one.
Yeah, here's the Berge. Okay, so woo. Um, it doesn't change. D. Wir wollten morgen in die Berge fahren.
Okay. Meaning?
We want to go to the mountains tomorrow.
Okay. Now there's a T here. Wollten
Wollten?
makes it past
Ah.
tense. Okay. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We went.
we
wanted.
wanted
What?
to
Oops,
go
sorry.
We wanted to go to the mountains
to the
tomorrow.
mountains
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Wollten. Okay.
So first he corrects it and makes it wrong, and then he complains that it's wrong. Computers.
Okay.
I remember a
Okay.
friend of mine at the Air Force Base. Sometimes you have to stop and actually show your ID. Usually you have a sticker on the car
Yeah.
that they just wave you through. So he said, yeah, one morning I get in line and I'm waiting, and then I know I have to show my ID. So I take my seatbelt off, get my wallet out, get my ID, drive up, and the guy says, well, you need to put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh,
so
this
Constumia,
is-
Wochenende. It's a time.
right? It's the weekend. Help.
I think this is Kannst du mir am Wochenende helfen? Can you help me this weekend?
That's exactly right.
Okay. Ich lebe nicht in. Oh, here's a double again. Why do I get these? Okay. I don't like to live in the city, rather in the village.
Repeat that.
I don't live in the city,
Right.
rather in a village.
Yes.
Dorf
That's
is a
exactly right.
village.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the village. Yeah.
So, what am I missing? So what this is a position. Okay, so it's wo. So D would be der Stadt, and is Dorf the same? Der Stadt.
So do you know what Dorf is? Is it dirty
I'm
or
trying
das
to,
Dorf?
um,
I don't think we had that.
Oh,
oh,
it's
is it
das.
das? Okay, because I was thinking it was der. Okay, so if it's
That's what I was
das, it's Dame, Damendorf.
All right.
Okay, der, Dame. Whew.
Even from
Hmm.
All right. So now sie geht an die Kasse. So where to is she going?
Mm.
Okay, so she's going to the checkout counter or to the cash register. So basically, this is the checkout counter in a department store, supermarket, wherever. Okay. So when you stand in line in front of the counter, Supermarktkasse, then you're standing an der Kasse. Okay, so an der Kasse stehen. Okay, so this is Kasse. And wonderful people. Look how they all smile. My goodness.
all happy. All happy.
Oh yeah. This is
Yeah, the
all
guy's
so
kind of like whatever, but
this is all so fake. Okay.
This is the express line, and she's got a whole basket of stuff.
What
nice
don't
basket.
forget in Germany, you have to take your bags and your in this case baskets
You
to
had
the
told us that
supermarket.
before.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So but if you do this in Germany, this lady would not be smiling because you have to take everything out and place it on
oh,
the conveyor belt. Okay.
Mhm.
So anyway. So this is an der
Yeah.
Kasse. Well, looks like this is the same Kasse here. Oh yeah, look how nice. So what is she giving her? What is this piece of paper?
Oh, I don't know.
Because she's not paying it. So what
Is that
happens
her
is
coupons?
coupon.
what happens is when you buy drinks, when you buy bottles,
Oh,
you have to pay your deposit. So as you
deposit.
enter the
Okay.
store, you put your bottles into the deposit machine, and then you get your
Oh, okay.
your return
Oh.
deposit.
So you get a credit.
Then yeah, it's a credit. Yeah. Pfandautomaten. So what happened here? All right. Okay, so you got your machines and you put your bottles in there on the conveyor belt here. And then somewhere down here, you get your ticket. So you got your machines right here. See this Mehrweg up here, this sticker? Okay. So that symbol with the recycle bottles is on the bottle, then you know it's recyclable. So right here, you just put it in there on the conveyor belt with the bottom first, with this symbol, if possible, on top. You just push it in, and then at some point, I don't see where here, then you press a button and it says you get your bon, which is your ticket. So it looks like, no, that's where you open up. Anyway, somewhere up here is a little slit where your bucket comes out, where your ticket comes out. And if you look down here, this is where you put your whole cases up here. So when you buy a 24
okay.
bottle case,
Oh.
you just put the whole case there.
Huh.
So does this count them or does it trust you to put in a number that's,
Now you
is it
just put,
based on trust or?
you put the bottle in there and then it scans it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then it
Okay.
registers, and then you press that green button. And then out of the slit comes
Got it.
your ticket, however much you put in there.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah.
Okay. He's
Now,
smiling too.
now in this case, if you
Wow.
look at these bottles, there is no sticker on there,
Yeah.
which means these are just recyclables for plastic, not for money.
Okay.
Oh.
So here she sticks them in there. Yeah. So people come with their baskets and big bags full. And see, so here you put the case in there.
And he's smiling. Everybody's happy.
Oh,
Everybody's
there,
happy.
yeah, Germans are all happy. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is paper, so you can stick your cartons. So if you
Oh,
buy
okay.
something and you don't want to take the carton home, you unpack
Mhm.
it, you put it in your bag, and all paper,
Oh.
you just stick the paper in there. Yeah. So anyway,
Huh. Interesting.
yeah.
Well, I was reading, it was,
Hmm.
I don't remember which country in Europe, but when you get on a bus, there's a place to put your money. And historically, it's always been a matter of trust. Everybody does it. I mean, you don't have to, and that has eroded so that now people aren't doing it anymore. It's happening in New York City too, where half the people don't even pay their fares anymore. They just get on the bus. They don't care. So it's, yeah.
Okay. Now, then let's take a look at another one.
Stations. Oh.
Okay. So all of a sudden, you exit the
Oh.
subway, okay? And before you're able to exit the subway area, because everything is marked, okay? It says from this point on, you need to have a valid ticket. So there's a line on the floor. If you cross the
Oh.
line, then you're inside the payable area.
Mhm.
If you're on the other side, you're outside. So these guys, you see them, they stand on the line, which means you cannot exit. Why? Because they're blocking you until you show them the ticket. So they do spot checks. And every once in a while, okay, this guy's that's a different kind of control.
Yeah.
This
Holy
is
cow.
Belgium. This
Yeah.
is
The penalty is pretty harsh in this case.
yeah, this was Belgium when something happened. Okay, so yeah, but it's not what I wanted. What happened here? Okay, I guess gotta go back here. So yeah, basically they do spot checks
Mhm.
Mhm.
to see if you get your ticket. So you see them standing here on the line, like here,
Holy
Mhm.
cow.
okay? And if they catch you without a ticket, it's a 60 euro fine. Plus you get reported to the police.
Wow.
Yeah, so you see these lines here on the floor,
Yeah.
okay? These are for the blind
Oh,
people.
gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
So the blind person comes and they guide themselves by this line here. So
Mhm.
on this point here, the lines are broad. Over here, they're tight knit. So as they go along with their stick, they feel the size of the lines. And when they reach this place where the lines are wide, they know that there is a path. So if they want to go onto the subway, they move until they reach this line. Then they go along this line and the door opens right in front of this line.
Hmm.
So that's how sophisticated the Germans are.
Wow.
And the same here, this broad square here lets them know that, okay, here is a path that moves away from here
Something's changing.
and it goes to your elevator. And
Oh,
so they know by the size and by the wideness or broadness of the lines on this floor where they are relative to everything else. Yeah, I mean, Germans are pretty sophisticated. So when they spot check you and you don't have a ticket, they take you off the bus on the next station. You can't travel. Plus, you get your ticket. So, anyway.
I heard it was pretty strict. I mean, on trains as well, right? If you go on just a regular train, if you don't have your ticket, it's, yeah.
Well, if it's a regular train, like the long distance train, they check you anyway. Okay, you get checked on every single one of those trains.
Okay.
And sometimes you get on without a ticket. So when they come, you tell them, hey, I don't have a ticket. I need to buy the ticket here on the train. I didn't have a chance to do it. And they'll sell you the ticket on the train. You just got to make sure you tell them ahead of time that you don't have a ticket. And then they'll charge you the ticket price with a surcharge. But that's okay. That's acceptable. Now, if you sit there and they come and they say your ticket, and then you tell them, I don't have a ticket, then you did not inform them ahead of time. So as they walk down the aisle and they come close to you, say, hey, I need to buy a ticket, then they'll sell it to you. But once they ask you, show me your ticket, and you don't have one, then you did not.
It's too late.
Yeah. Then you did not inform them ahead of time, and then they give you the ticket and kick you off the train. So this is all pretty sophisticated. All right. So we're done here. We're done here. Kurz mir am Wochenende helfen. We're done here. Ich lebe nicht in der Stadt. All right. So Übung 5. It's 8 o'clock. So it's you guys decide you want to do these, or do you have something to do?
Let's continue either morgen or Montag,
Well, morgen is Freitag.
Morgen.
right? Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to do? Well, that's what I said. Either. So yeah.
Morgen is Konversation.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Das ist, yeah.
So we'll take a few of these exercises and then just ask. Usually, when you do the Wechselpräpositionen, you talk about your kitchen. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you, where is your fridge in relation to your range? Okay. So when you have food, do you put it in den Ofen oder in dem Ofen oder in der Ofen, or so that's usually the exercises we do with our students when we talk about Wechselpräpositionen. It's called the kitchen.
Okay.
But
Juanita knows all those nouns, so she knows.
That doesn't. I know the word. That doesn't mean I know if it's der, die, or das.
So it tells me to practice my essen und trinken Warten.
Essen und trinken, yeah. Anyway, all right, good. Then,
Okay, Peter.
I hope you learned some more.
We did.
German idiosyncrasies of getting checked for your tickets.
All the things you can mess up and get fined for.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, Peter. Good night.